This is Paul Singh, the market speculator, with the free weekly swing trade report at bullsonwallstreet.com. Let's look at some ETFs and indexes here, and then we'll take a look at a few potentially actionable setups. SPY here. After Friday's nice failure test and hold reversal play here on SPY, we actually took a few positions here. Brazil, EWZ, BRZU is the inverse ETF, semiconductors, biotech, and oil. I got stopped out of biotech, which actually made a little bit of a comeback today, but the others are looking pretty good. But if we look at SPY here, we got this pullback back to the bottom of the range. 212.30 is that key level. We almost broke down Thursday, and we're testing it again here. Now, ideally, we'd want to see a nice continuation here. Sometimes these do kind of take some time to shake out. So the setup here is not invalid yet unless we get a close below these levels here. IWM, we want to see some strength in IWM, and we're not really seeing it at this point, and the Qs, even worse here. Now, gold bounced a little bit today, but still it's putting in what looks like one of these dead cat bounces here, where we've got a big move down, a consolidation, and then a break here would set up a test of this range down in here. So we're watching gold, we're watching gold miners, which are putting up pretty much the same pattern. Now, if we do decide to trade gold miners, we can use the inverse ETF, or if you can within your broker, directly short the leveraged ETFs. And we'll talk about that in a second because it is one of the setups we're looking at. IBB got hit hard today. I actually got stopped out of my IBB position. Did put in this weak hammer here. I didn't enter on it because it wasn't strong enough. If we'd had a close here of maybe at 270, I might have considered it. Finally, let's take a look at Brazil, and I'm in Brazil here, but this is showing some extreme relative strength there. Whereas the market has been going this way, Brazil is going that way. It's as simple as that when you're looking at relative strength. We've broke to highs here. Let's look at my position here, BRZU. The entry was down here around 38. We're up to almost 43, and if we get another pop tomorrow, I would consider taking profits here. Okay, let's look at some actionable setups. We talked about gold miners here, and you see we have this range forming here. If we break that range, we can then short either using something like JNUG and directly shorting it. Depends on your broker, or you can use the inverse ETF, something like DUST or JDST, which you would take to the long side. A couple other stocks I'm looking at here. We've actually got a lot of stocks here in the trade report. Testing the 50-day moving average. If it can get back up over the 9, I will look to go long. If it breaks the 50-day, I would look to go short. So we have to be adaptable to something like this, where it could either be a long or a short, depending on where it goes here. So break of the 50-day, go short. Remount of the 9, we can go ahead and go long. Amazon. We've got earnings coming up in a little bit here, but is looking pretty negative. Has been fantastic recently, broke below the 9. That's often a trigger to at least test the 50-day. So I wouldn't be surprised here if it goes from 812 down here to 793. Kind of missed the move here. I decided not to short, but if it bounces a little and then fails, I would go ahead and short Amazon. Another potential short here, AMBA. Now, this was a successful trade here. You guys who follow the weekly report know that. Then we had the failed breakout high here, which was a nice trigger. Moved to the downside, broke the 50-day moving average, consolidating here. And now we could potentially get a second thrust move back to this consolidation range right around 50 if we break this level in here. So that's what we're looking at. A number of other stocks that you can see in the trade report, bullsonwallstreet.com. Go ahead and give that a try. We send a weekly, daily videos, focus lists, and of course my trade alerts. So until next week, have a great week of trading, and don't forget, earnings season is picking up now this week.